Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for the weeks covering October 21 through the 4th of November, 2024. This is a reading if you are Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, or have another significant Taurus placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you want to know more about my readings, the charts that I do tarot readings, life path charts. I do Reiki and Rahani healing. I'm a spiritual coach. Particularly, I deal with grief and transition in particular, but I deal with all kinds of issues that people are going through. And I also have and I also do some other kinds of transitional services as well. And I teach classes. So check my website out in the description box below. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do a morning live stream almost every day. Most days. Some days I don't, but most days I do. So, yeah. So with that all said, just wanted to get some business out of the way. We are now moving out of the more difficult astrological period that we have had. October has been an incredibly intense month full of, even without beyond regular astrology, signs, omens. We've had comets in the sky, like a quote unquote second moon. There might be a supernova by the end of the month, maybe or maybe not. There's just been a lot of other extra energy, lots of solar activity, solar storms, changes to our Earth's magnetic field. I mean, there's a whole lot going on. In addition to the planetary movement, we've got a lot of retrograde planets right now. Pluto's gone direct in Capricorn, and it's moving towards Aquarius, and it's leaving Capricorn probably for the last time in our lifetimes. Probably anybody who's alive now will not see Pluto in Capricorn again. And then we are going to be, we just had an Aries full moon, which was a very powerful supermoon. And this is just a really, really intense time. We have Mars in Cancer, which can be very inspiring, to make us do the things that we really want to do, can bring about a lot of passion for things. It can also, there's also a lot about some of these aspects, the way it's squaring off against the Sun, against Pluto, against Saturn. There's a lot of aspects this month that are making this a little bit of a tricky month. Probably by the second week of November, we're going to see things calming down. So this is really the end of that crazy period of time. Okay, so you are, now it's interesting. As I was laying your cards out, I'm like, there's so much similarity to Aries reading here. But let's go through it a little at a time here. So first of all, you've got the Ankh in the first house with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you've been very happy lately, Taurus. You've been really focused on your work, on your unique gifts, what you have to bring to people. Eight of Pentacles is the person, who might be an expert in something or a leader, but also just the person who works very, very hard. And I feel like that's the space that you're in, and you're loving it. You're loving what you're doing. You're conveying this kind of sense of happiness to people. So, you are. You're definitely in this very, very good space. But I do also think, kind of like Aries, you're very immersed in your work right now and in the things that you're doing or what you want to be your work. Now, there does seem to be a change in your financial situation. Sometimes water comes up, and this is a Taurus house. This is in your own house. Sometimes water means money's flowing in and flowing out just as fast again. Like you may be making more money, but you also may be paying a lot of bills. That could be for some of you. But this can also just indicate a change in the financial situation. And Queen of Pentacles indicates a space where this is your own energy in this house, and this is a very good omen for money. Because Queen of Pentacles does seem to indicate, it could indicate an outside person. For some of you, maybe there is a person who's an earth sign, or maybe, for some of you, this could be somebody with a more motherly vibe. Because Queen of Pentacles definitely has this strong domestic, homey kind of feel to this card. Like this is somebody who is, who makes you feel safe, secure, cozy. Now, this could be you, because this is your energy, or this could be somebody else. So take it as it resonates. It's going to be different for different people. But I think with this card, with the Queen of Pentacles, what I'm feeling here is that you're moving towards this place of financial security and stability, like a feeling secure where you are with money, being able to navigate these shifts and changes as they come up. But it does feel like there's going to be some positive changes to your financial situation, so that's good. Now, the third house, this has to do with communications, maybe short journeys, and also if you're in your own business, this has a lot to do with commerce. And so we have Seth here, okay? Now, Seth indicates some kind of an obstacle or something. For some reason, I'm feeling for some people this might have to do with a journey or a trip, but but take it as it resonates here. This could also just be delayed communication or problems with communication, or even problems in business right now. Whatever it is, there's some area where you feel blocked, or maybe where there's an anxiety. Now, you have it with the Buckle of Isis, so this indicates that the efforts that you make will be rewarded. And the other thing about it too is that this sometimes can just indicate that we need to make a sacrifice in order for something to work or to move ahead. So that's really almost saying the same kind of a thing, because there's some kind of an effort that we have to put out, and maybe we feel blocked or don't want to really do it, but it seems to indicate that doing it will be rewarded. We do have this Page of Wands here, so there's this enthusiasm, there's this new energy here. So I do feel like there is there's a newness here. And this is the house of messages, and pages bring very positive messages. So yeah, so this is definitely a very good card, suggesting that there is going to be enthusiasm. I don't know. I just feel like there's something where maybe you're feeling hesitant about doing something, and this is saying it's okay. It's worth making the effort. It's going to lead to some good news and some new things happening. For some of you too, this could also just be that you are making some changes, and maybe you're anxious about, how they're going to go, whether or not the efforts you're making are going to be rewarded. But Page of Wands definitely indicates good news coming in, so that's a good thing. There seems to be some anxiety around your home situation right now, okay? Because you've got Anubis here, so this is almost like you being protective here. And Nine of Swords indicates, this often comes up when we're worried about things, when we start catastrophizing, when we start assuming that the worst thing is going to happen, okay? But this is saying the worst is not going to happen. That you are, that a lot of this may just be more, for some reason you're feeling, you're definitely in a very happy space, but it's almost like you're also feeling more protective of your energy. Like you want to kind of stay in your little bubble. You want to be safe. That's also this kind of an energy too. And it may well be because you are perhaps been worried about things that are probably not going to happen, but you may be thinking, and maybe it's connected to this too. Maybe there's some kind of a move or change you want to make, but you're feeling like you need to kind of stay in your own established place in your home where you feel safe. But Nine of Swords seems to indicate that this is not something, whatever it is you're worried about, I don't think the worst is going to come to fruition. Let's put it that way. I think the things that you're worried about are not going to be an issue. Okay, so let's look more into job stuff here. So let's look at the 6th house. Okay, you've got Osiris and the Wheel of Fortune in your Virgo house, which would have to do with work. Usually, I consider this to be a house of service in the sense of work that you might do for somebody else, like what you get paid to do from somebody, rather than you, say, running your own business or your own operation. So whatever you might be employed by. Or this could just have to do with, like I said, anything that you're doing in the nature of service. This is also an area that has to do with health and sometimes the things that we're worried about. Okay, so we have Osiris here, so there's definitely a strong leadership vibe here, a sense of being able to rely on your own judgment. But we have Wheel of Fortune here as well, so this seems to indicate there's going to be a change. Now, Wheel of Fortune, things are feeling stable right now. This is saying you're going to be moving in a new direction, like the universe is moving you in a new direction. Wheel of Fortune is changes that are they're not ones that we have to take any action to make happen. They kind of happen to us. So there is going to be changes. And if I look up here in your 10th house of career, yeah, you've got, this is interesting because Aries had this too. You've got Earth. So again, strong Capricorn. This is Capricorn house. Earth is Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. So this is very good, very well aspected here. So this says to me that, there's money coming in, that's some kind of move you're making. And again, maybe there's been some nervousness about making this move down here, but whatever it is, it's going to be lucrative. And you are going to be noticed. Queen of Wands energy. This is you being noticed. This is people looking at you, and this is you being very ambitious. I definitely feel a strong ambitious energy here for you, Taurus. But changes are coming that, you have been waiting on. Now, that's interesting because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in the 6th house, but I'm coming over here and looking at the 11th house, which is what you're trying to manifest. It's also about your social network, your friendships. And yet you've got Nephthys here. So there's the idea that something has not happened yet, but you've got it with the Ten of Pentacles. Now, Ten of Pentacles could mean, sometimes Ten of Pentacles has to do with, sometimes has to do with family and family things and family legacy and stuff like that. So there could be, for some of you, this could have a family vibe. But to me, this is really more about, I mean, you're Taurus, okay? You're interested in finances and financial security. I mean, this is the thing. And Ten of Pentacles seems to indicate being able to manifest that. I mean, the fact that you've got the Queen of Pentacles here in your money house convinces me that this has something to do with money. Now, this could be money coming from family, so who knows? I mean, you know, I'm not, that's going to differ for everybody. But Ten of Pentacles to me, I think, is just, yeah, like achieving that security, achieving the financial security you want. Like maybe you have not arrived there yet. And, but I do feel like this is most definitely coming with everything that I'm seeing here. I mean, yeah, you've got this 10 energy, Wheel of Fortune. 10, actually, it's 10, 10, 10 right here. 10, 3 10s. You have the 10 of Swords in the middle of your reading, which is actually a card of something definitively coming to an end. This is like saying, wait and see, a cycle is ending. And it's a cycle that needs to end. It's kind of like, okay, I'm tired of this, we're done. And so you've got all of this 10 energy here. Let me just see if you have any other 10s. Yeah, you've got 3 like right in a row here. It's almost like if we were playing tic-tac-toe, you know, it's just kind of like going this way. Now, if we go to the 12th house here, we have, okay, this is interesting. Aries had this too. You had Pyramid in the 12th house. So this is almost like there's challenges here and, you know, things that will be resolved with time. So you may be going through kind of a test or an initiation of some kind right now. But you have it with the Ace of Wands. So yeah, this definitely is bringing a new beginning. This is a strong 12th house energy. So this is you being independent. This is you taking the things that are imagination and lighting the fire to make them manifest. But it is something that may take some time. So yeah, so if things feel like they're slow, things are going to happen at the appropriate time. Timing does feel to be, I'm seeing this, like I said, I saw this in Aries reading as well. It just seems like things are getting ready to click into place. So it's kind of saying, just wait, you know, let what's ending end. And one thing that is definitely ending astrologically is Pluto's leaving Capricorn, as I said. And by the time we get to mid-November, we are going to be moving into that Pluto and Aquarius energy. So I have a feeling for you, just because you are another earth sign, you're very fixed. And Capricorn energy does have that kind of hardworking, fixed kind of energy, that something here is changing. And if you're being held back in any way, you know, great news is going to be coming in. So yeah, there's a new spark lit. You're unconsciously, there's something new that's coming in. And, you know, being Taurus, you may be worried a little bit about new beginnings because Taurus is a fixed sign and doesn't necessarily enjoy it when things change all that much. But this is going to be a good one. Okay, so let's look. This is so strange, because I got a very similar card for Aries. This is so odd. The 9th house. Now, you've got Crook and Flail and Justice. Somebody has a legal matter going on here. But this is a legal matter in which you are going to be successful, okay? We tend to think of Libra as having to do with justice, but the 9th house, Sagittarius house, can also have to do with courts and higher learning. It has to do with higher learning, higher spirituality, and it can also have to do with the higher aspects of law. So, yeah, there's something going on here, something legal. So this could literally just have to do with something that's going to courts. It could have to do with something far away. So I don't know, maybe if somebody's trying to get a visa to go abroad or something, maybe that's going to go through okay. This can also be, like I said, maybe somebody's going to law school. I mean, quite literally, it could be something like that. There's definitely the sense of balance, fairness, visibility, but this, you know, these both have to do with temporal matters, with courts, with law. So there does seem to be something coming up, but it doesn't look like a negative thing. Whatever it is that's going on, and I don't know, maybe that's the problem down here. You know, maybe some of you have had a communication about something legal that is, but this seems to indicate everything coming out okay. So, yeah, so that's interesting. But that's come up in a couple of places. I don't know if you and Aries are involved in this or not, but it's kind of it is interesting. There's definitely justice can also be about seeing the truth of a situation, and Crook and Flail can also be about having confidence, having confidence in where you're going and what you're doing here. So very interesting there. Let's look at the 8th house. This is your house of change and transformation. And again, you got Aries got 2 of Pentacles here too. It's like very strange. This is you juggling a lot of things, which makes sense, but you also got this with Lotus. So there's a sense of peaceful continuity here. I think you are moving into a phase where things are going to calm down for you. You still may be busy, but I think you're going to be busy doing things that you really love and that you really enjoy. Because again, look what we have in your first house here. We have the Ankh, right? This is you loving your work, loving whatever it is you're doing, loving how you spend your time. And certainly there is a need to decompress and to move out of a state of anxiety. Now, okay, let's look at the love houses. I've been doing that last. It's been my habit lately to look at those last. So for people who are looking for love, okay, we have Ta with the 3 of Wands here in the 5th house. Now, this is a house of love affairs. It can be a house of children and also creativity as well. Those are the other aspects of Leo and of recognition. And again, we got the strong Ta energy. This is strong Capricorn energy. So I think you are somebody who is, with Ta here, I feel like, okay, you either are interested in somebody who's very, very hardworking, or like I said, this could be you hard at work on a creative project. There is this strong sense of like, building something here. Maybe you're building something with somebody else. Maybe this is somebody you're working with. Because you have this 3 of Wands energy too. This is like a collaboration that may be going on here with the 3 of Wands. So it's very, very interesting here. And now again, this card also came up for Aries in the 7th house. This is just, I don't know, very, very, very strange. I mean, there's a lot of other cards that are different, but so again, this is like a secret relationship, okay? Or a relationship situation that is not what you think it is. Like you may have an idea about how certain things are going, and it may be saying, you can't always rely on appearances is sometimes what this means. But you have it with the 2 of Chalices. Now this is a love relationship card in the house of partnership. And so I think there's somebody who there's going to be a love relationship, and I feel like it's a situation right now, like maybe this is a person who's working very hard. Maybe you're thinking, oh, okay, well, if you're working hard and they're working hard, okay, maybe you're feeling like, oh, okay, well, there's no chance for this. But this may be saying, something else is going on behind the scenes. And that's how I feel about this. Now, Urias, sometimes I have seen it in this house where it means like somebody having an extramarital affair or things, but the thing is, not with the 2 of Chalices. It would be with another card. It would be with like the 7 of Swords or something like that. When I see 7 of Swords and Urias together in that house, then I'm like, ugh, somebody's doing something sneaky behind the scenes. But not this way. With this card, this is more of a vibe of maybe there's somebody you think you're not going to have a serious relationship with, and it's saying, oh, I wouldn't assume no, So I feel like Urias has a strong energy of something of benefit to you that you're not seeing yet, okay? And certainly if you've had any adversaries or competition for somebody, this is definitely you having an upper hand over the competition. So, but yeah, they're definitely, for some of you, if you're not in a relationship, this definitely seems like it's going to be a new one. If you're already married, you could actually end up, your spouse could surprise you with something. And I don't think it's anything negative. They could just, they could plan a romantic getaway or something. I mean, you know what I mean? There's just something here that's a surprise, but it's a good surprise. It's not a negative surprise. This is, you see these 2 people and they're clinking the wine glasses, together in the water, but they sit in the water. This is not a card, this is a card of harmony, not a card of contention. And even down here, I mean, there's this idea of somebody who's working very hard. 3 of Wands has this strong energy of collaboration. So you're either collaborating on a creative project, or maybe you're going to be collaborating with somebody who maybe you're not thinking it's going to turn into this, but it is. So, so very interesting here. So let's do the Essential Oil Oracle and see what comes up for Taurus for October 21st through November the 4th. Oh my goodness. Let me just see if I can get just one card. Okay. So the oil card we got is called Encouraging. And the keyword on it is motivation, which completely makes sense with what we're seeing here. The trigger statement is, I don't know where to start. The true statement is, I take action now. You will find clarity and the ability to create now. This is your time to make things happen. Interesting, right? So, yeah. So this looks really interesting, Taurus. I feel like there's some situation that's coming to an end. Like you're waiting right now. You've got Sphinx as the overall. You're waiting. And there are changes that you've been waiting for. Maybe you've been anxious about certain things. Maybe you've been inclined, you know, as Taurus is, to not want to make certain changes. But there's definitely change on the wind here. Okay, there's definitely new things that are coming in. Certain cycles that are ending. It looks like they're going to end very, very successfully. But if you've been going through a very stressful period, this is getting ready to come to an end. Just hang in there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful. If you do like this channel, you can subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about videos. And do give it a thumbs up. And if you choose, leave me a comment if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in November.